This is the tale of two countries, Libya and Syria. They seem so similar, both oil-producing nations, both enemies of the United States, both led by power-hungry madmen who have killed Americans. And in both countries, there are democracy movements filled with people who are willing to die for freedom. If they are so similar, why is America's response to what's happening in those countries so different? In Libya, we joined NATO in setting up a no-fly zone and a naval blockade. And then the bombing began. We were told by President Obama that we couldn't stand idly by while Muammar Gaddafi slaughtered his own people. It was called a humanitarian effort. You'll remember that Gaddafi threatened to attack a rebel stronghold in the city of Benghazi and show no mercy. That attack was prevented, but the airstrikes continue to this day, and it's clear the humanitarian effort has turned into a kill Gaddafi campaign. And now to Syria, where up to 2,000 protesters have been killed. This isn't the threat of a slaughter. This is a slaughter in major cities like Damascus and Hama. So while Libyan rebels get a no-fly zone and airstrikes, Syrian freedom fighters get a pat on the back. And while they're trying to bomb Muammar Gaddafi out of power, Bashar al-Assad gets a stern warning. It took 11 days for the world to act in Libya. It's been over 5 months that the protesters in Syria have been waiting for world support. And the media that had constant live reports and headlines from Libya and Egypt seem to have lost interest in Syria. And that's what makes the fight for freedom in Syria even more remarkable. Against a brutal regime with tanks and sophisticated weaponry, the protesters keep up the fight against overwhelming odds, hoping to somehow get our attention. But a budget debate in Washington, riots in London, and just general war fatigue has caused us to look the other way. We will be forced to pay attention soon as the violence in Syria is ever increasing. Look, I'm not for military action, but we have to do something. I just hope for the sake of the freedom fighters in Syria, we don't wait too long.